I got about 4 sessions in with Bowser, so I don't feel too guilty about going to Walmart and getting a Frisbee. I wasn't planning on going to Walmart today. I can go there and get some chicken too, you know. It's always something I can get at Walmart. But I need to get him a Frisbee because I want to see if he has any aptitude for that, and I'd be surprised if he doesn't. I don't know if we'll be able to get him to do it before he goes home, but I'm definitely going to at least introduce him to it. You know, he's a little retrieving dog. He's totally into it. We need to work on stuff. We need to work on drop. We need to work on you know, him moving his head around. It's getting better though. He has aptitude for that, so we want to encourage that. You know, what am I going to do? It's a dog that's really good at something better than the average dog. Send him home with the skills to be able to, you know, the owners be able to work with him. You know, if you have a dog like that, you want to do that. You want to do retrieves with the dog because they like it so much. It's sort of like not fair to the dog not to. It's a way to exercise the dog. You don't have to move. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a great thing for the owner to be able to do. It's like Frisbee, any type of retrieving. You want to encourage that. If your dog can do it, you can do some retrieves with your dog daily. You can exercise your dog daily. You can use discipline. So, of course, I'm gonna, you know, see if he likes the Frisbee too, because he's sort of a dog that gets a lot of air. I will say that. He's young too. Caine, the service dog, I think that she left sort of, we did it late in the game, and when she left, she was sort of getting it, and I believe she does catch a Frisbee in the park now. And I don't think there was too much, you know, it wasn't too long after they got to Germany, and she was catching in the park. So, this dog, you know, Caine really, you know, Caine was dealt with a purely positive trainer, some idiot in Manhattan. I think I know his name. Yeah, I do remember his name. The owner was just like, you know, couldn't believe it that I could get Caine to do stuff because the owner, or the dog trainer, the purely positive dog trainer, was recommending all kinds of stuff like getting rid of the dog, having the dog put down. It's a golden doodle or a labradoodle. I don't know. Caine's one of the two. I know a lot of people with the ending of their name T-O-N. Remington. You know, Remy. Who else? Solarton. That's my pigeon child. Solarton. I know a good friend of mine, her name is Jinyinton. It's a real name. Who else is there? Ikington, Mangoton, Dr. Dirk Johnstonson, Tinsen. I can never get that name right. It's Norwegian. You know, it's sort of a lot of sins and tins, or tons. You know, it's a Norwegian name. Supposedly it's very common in Norway. Bowser's not fully grown, so even if he could catch the Frisbee, right, which I don't think he can. He might be able to do it before he goes home, but it would just be about him catching it once or twice. I'm just trying to lay the groundwork. Even if he can't catch it before he goes home, you know, maybe his dad pulls the Frisbee out when he's, you know, 6.5, 7 months old, throws it once, and the dog goes for it. So I want to just lay that groundwork. I want the dog to experience at Frisbee. Maybe if it looks like there's aptitude, I'm going to teach him to hold it. That's very important. That's like half the battle. You get him to learn to hold it, and if it's a retrieving dog, you can start releasing them. They get it. A lot of dogs just pick it up real quick. So it just all depends. If it looks like he's totally not interested and we're wasting training time on that, then we won't do it. But I don't know. My gut says he'll see the Frisbee and he'll be like, "Oh, what's that?" You know. Then we could teach him to hold it. Do you understand why we don't want him doing a bunch of retrieves right now? Not like that. We don't want him jumping up in the air. He's not fully grown. His bones are still growing. You don't want to do like heavy duty physical activity. His muscles, man, he's got to get muscles and everything. That protects the joints, If he's we don't want the dogs going skyward for a Frisbee right now. We want him to grow up to be a healthy dog without joint problems and shit. You get it? But he certainly, if he does it once or twice before he goes home, good boy. Check out all the geese. I didn't go goose hunting this year. Some of my pigeons were sick. I didn't go. That's Catherine Creek Wildlife Management Area. That's where I'll go duck hunting a lot. So one of the reasons that I moved up here, I needed storage for art in the barn, and I also, there's a lot of ducks and geese up here. Also, my pigeons have been sick, and Ike, that's the biggest problem. Ike has skin problems right now. Ike is totally retired. So if I'm going to go duck hunting or goose hunting, I need to get a puppy, train it, because Ike's retired. This is what you want, real cheap, light Frisbee. When you first start teaching a dog to do Frisbee, lighter the better, okay? If you teach the dog to hold this, it'll go a lot easier. And you have to sort of teach the dog how to pick it up, too. Something like this works great. Frisbee makes one made out of rubber that I would use with a dog that's been doing Frisbee, but it's a lot heavier. This thing's super light, so if the puppy does go for it while he's here, it will be this kind of Frisbee. Rawhides like this, they're horrible for your dog, and if you're trying to get your puppy housebroken, this is the stupidest thing don't give it food. This is food, okay? You could give the dog diarrhea, you're gonna overfeed the dog. If it's eating something like that, it's gonna push on its bladder. It's gonna make it harder for it to hold its pee. Don't use anything like that. What you use is something more like this, which is an antler. Use an antler. Now, I don't even like them cut like this. I like a whole antler or a piece of an antler, but this is at Walmart. You could get something like this. They're not going to be really eating it, okay? They might be getting a little bit of bone, which would be calcium, which they need. Something like that. I don't even recommend any of this. These bully sticks, once again, that's food. The dog will eat that. It'll eat it, man. You're trying to housebreak the dog or something. Why are you giving the dog snacks? Do you feed it twice a day? Do you give it a raw diet? Then it shouldn't be needing any crap like that. All these things are just terrible for the dog. One of the worst things that you could really give your dog is something like this, right? Dream bone. Oh, it's no rawhide. That doesn't mean that it's better. If I had my glasses with me, which I do, first ingredient is corn. You don't want to be giving them this. That's horrible. But what I was going to say was something like this bleached rawhide. This is terrible for dogs. This has no nutritional value, and it's gonna give your dog diarrhea. Cause major problems. Don't ever give this to a puppy or an adult dog. Go find deer shed. That's what you should be using. They like to chew on them. They don't ingest anything, so it doesn't create bathroom problems. If you go to high-end pet stores, they sell deer shit. This is Walmart. They know about it, you know. Somebody's, you know, selling elk antler parts, you know. These are sliced, so I would imagine the dog will, yeah, this is real soft. The dog will get a lot of that. Don't do that. Give them a whole piece of an antler, okay? Don't cut the antler like this. It's ridiculous. They're just trying to make money, you know? All of this is gross. This, the Yaki Chew, does that look natural to you? It's not. What is this made out of? Okay, I don't see the ingredients. Handmade, made in the USA using traditional techniques. Come on. After your dog enjoys our chew, piece away, soak it in water for 5 minutes, microwave it. Give your dog as a home. What? Don't get this for your dog. Don't do this. Don't buy any of this garbage for your dog. Seriously, it's all fucking shit. Where are sausages? I bet they got sausages around here. Another bad thing for your dog. Here, this thing, these dental sticks, don't do that. You out of your mind? Put your dog on a raw diet and it won't need dental sticks. You know, bone-in chicken. You know, it's not that difficult. Stuff is disgusting. You know. Puffed bully bites? Come on, give me a break. This is processed garbage you're giving your dog. You give your dog milk bones? That's essentially just dog food. If you were out of dog food, you could just feed them this garbage. Seriously, it says it on the box. Why are you giving your dog food anyway, but why are you giving your dog snacks? You got to see the dog all excited so that you think it loves you. It might really like you a lot, but it's never going to love you. That's the facts. Love is a complex human emotion. Usually people that give their dog this crap, the dog's obese. You're loving your dog to death. Okay? Don't do it. Don't give your dog this garbage. It's garbage. Awesome, look at what they sell. These are basted bones. These are essentially cooked. These will splinter and give your dog enteritis. Your dog will get diarrhea. If you're gonna give your dog a bone like this, it should be raw. You should be getting it from the freezer, okay? Now, one Irish shirt that says, "I'm Irish, give me a rimmer." Why not? I'd buy it. I would buy it. I'd make Mango wear this, except he'd be really pissed off. He wouldn't like this one bit. Somebody asked me yesterday if I thought that it was unusual that every time I go to Walmart, a woman's checking out my ass. And I said, no, it doesn't surprise me a bit. Not because I'm real hot or anything, just because this Walmart is a pickup joint. This is where people go to get laid. This is the Finger Lakes. There's nothing up here. Remy's so awesome. She was on the dashboard, then she popped up on the steering wheel. Wasn't making it easy for me to drive. I think she sensed that, and she climbed down on my hand onto my wrist and up my arm to my shoulder, because she's freaking awesome. You are awesome, Remy. You're a great bird. She's awesome. This is the mother of my child, Solarton. I'd bring Solarton, but I think Solarton was sitting on an egg when we left. I'm not letting him hatch it. He's having sex with his sister. You know, they can't have an incest baby. There's no fucking way am I gonna have an incest baby in my house. No, you know, you're gonna have sex with your sister, but you cannot have the baby. That's where I draw the line. Now, on a side note, you can't blame Solarton. Optimus is very, very pretty bird. She's a great looking bird. Her mother's Chip, you know? the combination of Chip and Casper makes awesome birds. You know, you get like these tiny, you know, birds that are fearless. That's Solarton. Solarton is fearless. He didn't give a shit about anything. Like I said, Ike is retired now. So I have a futon upstairs that I'll sleep on. Yeah, like a college kid, right? And I'm sleeping up there with Ike lately, and Remy, and Solarton. Solarton, like his lady will sit on the egg at night, and Solarton will come up and hang out with us. And Solarton's like sitting right by Ike, this big giant dog. It's not surprising. I mean, Remy's not afraid of Ike either. Remy, you know, sleeps by Ike. Ike just sends off this vibe of I'm dumb and harmless, you know. I can ask Ike to hold a pigeon in his mouth, and he will, without hurting it. It's the gentle giant. I miss goose hunting. It's true, I miss hunting, but I wasn't gonna go without Ike, you know. And I had sick birds to deal with. You know, I have sick birds at home, and I'm gonna go try and shoot some geese or some wood dogs. Fuck it, you know. I just wanted everybody to be healthy again. That's it. You know, PMV virus sucks. It does. So everybody's better, but the bottom line is this: is that if I am gonna duck hunt, and I'm gonna duck hunt in the swamp, I have to have a dog. I'm gonna have to train a new dog. You know, what do I get? I don't know. Golden Doodle? Labradoodle? You know? Maybe. Sort of like they're a water dog. You know, that's what the poodle was. The poodle was a water dog. Poodles love swimming. Those little labs. By the way, an observation about Bowser's coat is if we're out in the back and there's water out there, it's raining, man, that fur soaks up water like a sponge.